What is up, guys, and welcome back to Under the Rose. In the first episode, I gave you a brief introduction to Aswijan as well as a brief introduction to the club that we are managing for this series. As you will see, I've already managed our first competitive game in the Copa Dukh group stages, and in this episode, we'll play the second game of the Copa Dukh group stages as well as our first ever league game in the Liga Dukh. So real quick, we're going to take a look at the structure of the Copa Dukh tournament, and then we will jump into the squad for our second game in that tournament. The first stage of the Copa Dukh is broken into 8 groups of 3. Each team will play the other 2 teams in the group, and the top team from each group moves on to the quarterfinals. Right now, we are tied with Nîmes in Group G with 1 point apiece. In today's episode, the very first game you guys will get to see is against Sporting Aswijan, and that is going to be a big result for us because if we can win that, that puts us in a great position to move forward from the group stages into the quarterfinal. I believe the expectation from the board for us in this tournament is just not to finish last in our group. So hopefully we can accomplish that and move on to the next leg. Let's go ahead and check out the squad for today's game against Sporting Aswijan. So today, lining up against Sporting Aswijan, we have Baxter up top with Timsit and Masaru behind him. We have Armin and Hauman in the middle with Rio sitting behind them as a defensive midfielder. We have Pau starting on the left, Molander starting on the right, Papyrus and Talarico in the middle with Alrizik in the goal. Honestly, I'm hoping that we can get a little bit more from our attacking front. We did very well defensively last game, but we did not convert our chances. So hopefully the squad can convert their chances this time. I have Baxter starting, and then I'll bring Dauman in the second half if we need goals. He seems to do really well as a super sub, but not great starting. He started the last game and did not play like I expected. So we'll see how this squad does, and hopefully we can get all 3 points. Alright, first highlight of the game, Papyrus sends the ball up to Baxter. Baxter has the ball one-on-one with the keeper, and he kicks it straight at him. That was pretty disappointing. Corner comes in and right into the keeper's arms. Alright, free kick to us, and it is a penalty. Push inside the penalty area. We get the penalty, and who's that to take it? Hauman takes it, and he buries it. Goalkeeper doesn't even move. First goal of the season for us. Cassius Hauman puts away the penalty, bottom right corner. I mean, great penalty there. It is exciting to finally get our first goal scored, and we're up 1-0. So the penalty came right before the half, and to be honest, I mean, we needed that because we had 9 shots with 6 on target, 2 clear-cut chances. And I mean, we're bossing possession, we're taking a ton of shots, but again, we don't seem to be converting them. So I was a little disappointed going into halftime until the penalty happened. Now I feel a little more positive about it. I definitely think the guys are going to be a little more upbeat about it. They're going to feel better about that performance, and hopefully they can continue it into the second half. So here we go, starting the second half, and let's see what we can do here. So we're going to make 2 changes here. We're going to bring Dauman up top, and then we're going to bring on Borden for the goal scorer, Hauman. Hauman had a yellow card, so I want to get him off. Don't want him to get out of the game with a red. I don't like changing out my center backs. That's why Talarico's staying in, even though he has a yellow card. And then Borden, we're going to bring him in as a center mid, more defensive. And Dauman, we're going to hope that with his fresh legs, he can really push the defensive back line for the opposition, maybe get a couple runs in behind and get us our second goal to seal the game. So at the end of the game, we have pulled off the victory 1-0 with the penalty by Hauman. I mean, overall, it was a decent performance from the team. Not great by any means, but pretty decent. I'm excited to have that first win. Puts us in a good spot going into, I guess, the last game between Nîmes and Sporting Aswijan. And hopefully, if Sporting Aswijan wins that, then we would get out of the group. So we'll see how that goes between them. We'll be crossing our fingers for that, but still great victory, guys. So really quickly before we jump into our first ever Liga Dukh league game, I want to take a look at the table as how it stands right now. So before we play our game, there have already been a couple of games, and you can see that how the table looks and where the teams are kind of stacking up. I can tell you right now, we are not favorited to win the game today against Alcanitas, but we're gonna go out, we're gonna stay positive, and when I say we're staying positive, I mean in our formation. The team will also be positive, but in our formation, we're going to be positive playing football. You know what I mean, guys, okay? But anyway, we're going to be positive. We're going to go out there. We're going to try to stay on the front foot, and hopefully we can pull off a victory and get all 3 points. So let's take a look at the squad. So here's the lineup for today's game in the league opener for El Miher. There's only been one change to the last game in the Liga Dukh. We've brought in Stamos on the right, and we've moved Masaru over to the left. I wasn't very pleased with Timsit and his play, so we will move Masaru over to the left, bring Stamos in on the right, still Baxter up top, Armin and Howman in the middle, Rio behind them as the defensive midfielder, Pal on the left, Molander on the right, Papyrus and Talarico in the middle, and Alrizik between the sticks. Hopefully these guys can attack a little bit more and find a way to get the result again, guys. We'll see how it goes. Catch you in there. All right, here we go. The kickoff of the game, and we have officially begun play in the Liga Dukh. First highlight of the game, and it goes to Alcanitas. They're building out from the back. Oh, great through ball. What a wonderful save by Alrizik. One-on-one with their striker, and he saves that. What a great job, but that did not look good from our defense. Free kick to them. Great save again by Alrizik. Alrizik is standing tough for us, but it does not look like we're performing well defensively right now. All right, another highlight here, and it's actually our highlight this time. Rio has the ball. It's Papyrus. Masaru drives in and takes a shot from outside the box, and really didn't look like it was doing anything. And at halftime, it is 0-0, so nothing to write home about. 6 shots, 3 on target, 1 half chance. They've got 1 clear-cut chance, which Alrizik did a wonderful job. He's performing really well. Up front, though, Baxter's not performing that great. He's on a 6.4, and really he's the standout as far as playing poorly. You've got Armin and Pau, who both are on 6.5s, so we'll have to take a look at that, but I don't know yet. We'll see. So we're starting the second half here, and Alcanitas has the ball, and it looks like this may actually be a highlight, and it comes to nothing. 2 changes being made here. We're going to bring on Dauman up top. Hopefully he can provide a little bit more in attack, and then we'll bring on Dalcourt at left back. It looks like Pau is struggling, so we're going to bring on Dalcourt in hopes that with fresh legs, we're not going to give as many balls as we were giving before over the top. Highlight right here, corner from us, and Dauman almost scores with his first touch of the ball coming in, so looks good so far. Highlight here to them though, and Dalcourt clears it, and another great save from Alrizik. Wasn't the best clearance, but he did do something, so we'll see. With our last sub, we're going to actually bring on Goyena as the anchor man behind the 2 central midfielders in hopes that he can stay right in front of that defensive line, keep everything tight for us, and not let in a goal late here. We'll just settle for the draw in our first match in the league and hope to build from there. Looks like this is going to be the last highlight. Armin to Howman to Stamos, and that is the final whistle. So it is a draw in our first Liga Dukh match, 0-0. Not too exciting, but overall it's not horrible. We can build from there and hopefully get better on the attacking end. So after that result, we currently sit 15th in the league, right about mid-table, so not too poorly. We do want to be up there in the playoff spots, so let's hope that we can get a better result in the next episode. So that is it for this episode. Great first result, and then the second result was kind of yeah. But in the next episode, when we come back, we will be playing against Azabira Sport in the first round of the Copa Popolare tournament, and then we will have Nîmes for our second leg of the Copa Dukh group stages. So we'll have those two games in the next episode. We might even get a third game against Al Jazeera FC in the league. So maybe 3 games next episode. Not sure yet. We'll see how it goes. But for sure, we will play against Azabira Sport and Nîmes in the next episode. So be on the lookout for that, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for all of the support. Please do leave comments down below. I respond to all of them because clearly there aren't very many, but I will respond to all of them. Thank you guys again, and until the next one, peace.